How is everyone doing today? Welcome back to On The Ball, and it is time to look back at the weekend's action in the Premier League through the eyes of social media. And there is some quality content doing the rounds on X over the weekend. And here is the first one. I'm here with my brother Brian Daigle. Troll football. Ange Postecoglou sacked 18 minutes after the Chelsea. Gone in 18 minutes. Oh, this is a good one.
Oh, mate, it just writes itself, doesn't it? It really does write itself.
Ange is just like a walking, talking meme at this moment in time.
Yep. But some people have got it that way, haven't they? And with the way he departed, it was just bound to happen, wasn't it?
Yeah. This next one from Touchline says, a complete breakdown of how Ange Postecoglou was sacked by Nottingham Forest yesterday as per The Athletic. And it says, he was informed he has been sacked roughly 10 minutes of the final whistle at the City Ground during a brief conversation with George Sirianos, the global technical director in the tunnel area. His last act was to return to the locker room one final time to share a few words with his players. He told them he was sorry he couldn't do more for them and wished them all the best for the rest of the campaign. He then walked to his car alone and left. He did not even do the post-match press conference. Marinakis himself had left the City Ground roughly an hour before, opting to depart when Chelsea took 2-0 lead almost immediately after the break. So actually Marinakis just left the ground completely. He didn't even go to his office or anything like that. I heard that as well. The Forest players were called, or the leadership group were called to a meeting, and Marinakis was nowhere to be seen there. Obviously, he had left the ground. So basically, 2-0 down. He phones up his technical guy and goes, just sack him. Just sack him right now. I'm leaving. I don't want anything more to do with this. And I think Marinakis knows he's fucked up here, man. He is completely fucked up. And also, after the game, after the whole sacking, everyone knew about the sacking, they asked Edu to do an interview and he didn't want to front up either. And they sent Ryan Yates in to do it instead. Yeah,
I mean, well, first of all, do you reckon Ange saw that Marinakis had left his seat in the second half? And if he did, he probably thought, okay, this ain't good. But I also remember seeing, if I remember right, in the post-match interviews, Ryan Yates said some of the team went out for the warm-down, and by the time they'd gone back, the teammates told him he's gone.
Yeah.
He said his goodbyes and gone. I did see a wonderful thing from Angelo afterwards, that he'd been sacked, he got out in his car, drove away, and a young child wanted to see him. Oh, you got it. There you go. Yeah, so that was a lovely touch from him.
Yeah. Well, look at the smile of Ange. That's a guy that's just got £7 million for
exactly
for a month of work.
Exactly. I mean, nice work if you can get it, isn't it? 39-day work is £7 million in your bank account.
Unbelievable. Look at that smile on his face, man.
I mean, you would be, wouldn't you? I mean, you'd be a bit embarrassed at the way things have worked out and not winning, but when someone says, right, there'll be £7 million deposited into your bank, you're like, yeah, I've had worse days.
Unbelievable. This next one from ESPN UK saying Ange Postecoglou was sacked a day after dropping this quote. And the quote was, if you give me time, the story always ends the same. Me and a trophy.
There was that. And do you remember the best one that I saw was, do you remember after his first game after Arsenal, when the interviewer said, when are they going to see the benefits of your
next
work?
game, mate.
And he was like, yeah, it won't be months, it won't be weeks, it'll be Swansea on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And then bang.
And they probably thought, wow, look, he's actually true to his word. We're 2-0 up here.
And then he was true to his word that you see the defensive. But yeah, what can you say?
Match of the day. It's just the 39 reign at Nottingham Forest for Ange Postecoglou, which makes him the second shortest manager in Premier League history, just above Sam Allardyce at Leeds, which I believe, because of the international break, actually made it the shortest, because the international break was 2 weeks out of those 39 days, which is just crazy. You're looking at the names there, like Rennie Mullenstein, 75 days, Javi Garcia at Leeds, Les Reed at Charlton, Sam Allardyce at Leeds, and Ange Postecoglou at Forest. It's mad to think about, right? Because he's in company with these kind of managers at these clubs with the shortest reign. When you're looking at him at Spurs, he's actually on a list of Keith Birkinshaw and Bill Nicholson in terms of the only manager to produce a European trophy for the football club.
Yeah. And you know what? I hadn't even thought what you just said about 14 of those 39 days were international duties.
Yeah.
That is madness. It's madness. But you're right. Look how opposing ends of the spectrum he is on both those lists.
Yeah, madness. Absolutely madness. Yeah, so this was the picture that you were talking about before that you just showed up, saying no taxi was needed for Lange. He literally and figuratively drove himself out of the city ground. He did have time to stop on Trent Bridge for a selfie with one of our younger girls, Georgia. See ya, mate. No love lost. Bridgeways says 5 games, 5 defeats. Chelsea continue to be the nightmare opponent for Ange Postecoglou. Lost 4-1, lost 2-0, lost 4-3, lost 1-0, and lost 3-0.
Not good reading, is it?
Not good reading at all for Mr. Postecoglou. The touchline says, in July this year, Ange Postecoglou was awarded by Evangelos Marinakis as the first Greek coach to win the UEFA Europa League. 3 months later, Marinakis has sacked Ange after just 19 minutes against Chelsea. How quickly life changes.
Well, they say football is a mad world and an entertainment business, or as Jimmy Greaves said, it's a funny old game. That's just crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, this one, ESPN saying Forest have announced Ange Postecoglou has been sacked after just 90 minutes after their 3-0 defeat to Chelsea. And it shows you there in the tweet as well, 33 minutes past was full time from Nottingham Forest, and 14 minutes was the sacking announcement. Quite unbelievable, man. I think the only crazier one I can remember is Martin Yole's one, which was actually done at half time, but it was actually not announced until after the game, but he was done at half time.
Yep.
Darren Webb, current mood. Harry Maguire as Diego Maradona.
That's quite some leap. That is quite some leap. That's brilliant, though.
Well, Maradona never scored a winner at Anfield.
No. No, I don't think Maradona ever played at Anfield, though, did he?
This next one as well, Mundial saying Harry Maguire yet again. Any Liverpool fans watching this must be absolutely seething. United CJ says Arnie Slot 4 losses in a row. You killed the man, but not the idea. Ten Hag. Apparently, Arnie Slot's just morphing into Ten Hag now.
Mate, that's brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant.
Lee, so Everton fans are having a field day on social media over the last week, and this is Liverpool with PGMOL assistance on the left, and Liverpool without PGMOL assistance on the right.
That's absolute gold. That's brilliant.
Oh, mate, Liverpool are just getting trolled left, right and centre, and it's quite mad. It's so funny because a month ago, like, everyone was saying, yeah, Liverpool for the title.
Yeah.
No, there's no one else in the race, and now you're struggling to see where the next win's coming from.
Correct.
Troll football in the next one, saying everyone having a slice of the Liverpool pizza, man. Here comes Chelsea, here comes Manchester United. God, sad state of affairs.
How quickly they come up.
How
with
many slices are Liverpool going to have left, man? Everyone wants a slice. Troll Football again says game recognises game. 0010 and 008. I mean, look, I think Cunha obviously is a very good player, and so is Wirtz, to be honest, but I think Wirtz has been a lot worse than Cunha so far.
Yeah, you know what? He's come with that. He's come with the double the price of the price tag, hasn't he? Which is probably weighing down on him. Sure, it'll come good, but it hasn't been the greatest of starts, has it?
No. Troll Football again says Aura versus Laura. Oh, mate. I don't think Van Dijk, the longer this keeps happening for Liverpool, this is going to keep coming up week after week.
Yep.
This Van Dijk twerking thing, man, it's too much. It is too much. Out of context football, this is Alexander Isak's last 6 games of football. No goals, only 1 assist, and lost 6 games of football.
That's insane, isn't it? That is absolutely insane. But you've got to feel that once he does get firing, there'll be no stopping him. But it's just
That's
not
what
happening.
we keep saying, but you remember Fernando Torres. Fernando Torres at Liverpool was the best striker in the world at the time.
Unbelievable.
He joins Chelsea. And I don't know what happened, but completely, it's not something we haven't seen before.
Yeah, but you know what? I think Liverpool knew he was on the kind of decline, or something wasn't right with Torres. Isak is just too good, but of course he's got.
Was Torres not too good at that time as well, though?
I think I love Torres. I thought Torres was absolutely magnificent, and for the first two seasons he was untouchable. I think the next season he was dipping. I think there were things behind the scenes of football, but he fell off a cliff from Chelsea, didn't he?
Yeah.
But I'm sure once this guy gets going, he'll get going. Happened with Liverpool with Peter Crouch, didn't it? I mean, I'm not comparing them in quality-wise. And then he went on, but it doesn't make good reading if you're a Liverpool fan, does it?
Yeah. Lee_EFC says West Ham are defending like they have Van Dijk and Konate playing at the back. I'm telling you, Everton fans are just loving life right now.
Big time.
Oh, good. This one says West Ham Stadium just looks like the world's biggest Guess Who game. So West Ham did actually make a bit of a statement yesterday to their board with a lot of empty seats, and it just ended up turning out to be a big Guess Who's game. You know, the West Ham board tried their best to get bums on seats yesterday, because after the protest was announced, they announced kids are allowed in for £1. They announced like major cut in prices for the game, but didn't really help them that much.
They probably went into the Stratford Westfields and offered tickets out for free.
Yeah, probably.
But do you know what? With the performance like they just had, if this is a thing they're going to continue with, they've already made a statement with what they've done. The West Ham fans will act with relegation a real possibility. So it could be real bad news for West Ham.
I'll tell you one funny thing though, because there was a protest outside the London Stadium a couple of weeks back when West Ham played Crystal Palace, and so the whole thing is like anyone else, like we were, you know, support the team but not the regime, right? So the West Ham fans are protesting outside the stadium, and I don't know if you saw it, but a bus or a coach, which looked like the team bus, come driving past them and into the stadium, and the whole protest starts cheering them and saying, "Oh, Zion." Ended up being the Crystal Palace coach.
Oh dear, things are going from bad to worse. Deary me. Well, it is pantomime season soon, isn't it?
It's unbelievable. Another one from Lee EFC says, teams that have lost 4 games in a row this season.
So I saw this one.
Not Leeds, not Wolves, not Burnley, not Spurs, not Brentford, not Forest, not West Ham, not Sunderland, not Fulham, not Brighton, not Newcastle, not Villa, not Bournemouth, not Palace, not Arsenal, not Manchester United, not City, not Chelsea, not Everton. Only Liverpool, the only team to lose 4 games in a row this season. And if I would have told you that a month ago, you would have thought I was absolutely crazy.
Tell you the truth, at any point of the season, I would have said, you'd be crazy.
Yeah, and Everton, this Everton fan says, what a time to be alive.
Yep, for Everton.
Troll Football again says, heartwarming story. Liverpool donated around £120 million this summer so that this fan from Germany could sit in the front row every game to watch his favourite team. Oh, God. This account below is becoming one of my favourite accounts on X at this moment in time, the Hater Central. And no one's safe when the Hater Central's around. And they said, Eberechi Eze in the Premier League, 0 goals, 18 shots, 6 matches. Let it all flop out.
Oh, dear.
And then the Hater Central as well, Victor Gyökeres against Fulham, 0 goals, 0 assists, 0 key passes, 5 out of 9 passes completed, 4 unsuccessful touches, 8 possession loss. He's even starting to smell himself.
Mate, I didn't know the amount of times he's losing the ball.
Yeah.
So he's really not getting the rub of the green, is he?
He's not. He's not having a good time of it at this moment in time. And for Sweden as well, he's completely off the ball.
And Graham Potter's now his manager for that, isn't he?
Yeah, now he is, yeah. Hater Central, another one from them. They said Mo Salah versus Manchester United, 85 minutes and hooked. 0 goals or assists, 0 dribbles, 16 times possession lost, 1 big chance missed. King Mo Salah. Are we seeing the decline of Mo Salah now?
Are we seeing, like I said to you earlier, Mo Adebayor? Get your contract and then... but he certainly hasn't been the Salah that we know for years and years and years. Something... Again, Liverpool just aren't clicking, are they? When he's not clicking, you got a big problem.
Yeah, absolutely. Because you thought it was like last season, it was like, you know, death taxes and Mo Salah scoring a goal, or a goal contribution at least. Now, he's struggling, man. Opta Joe says 5. West Ham United have lost 5 successive home games in the top flight for just the second time in their history, previously doing so in April 1931.
I mean, the stats keep going like that. Was when we beat them 3-0. It's our heaviest win there since 1967.
Yeah.
So these records that they don't want to be equaling or beating are years and years, decades.
Yeah.
It's insane.
They seem to be breaking one of those unwanted records every week. It's like us against under Ange last season. Mo says Harry Maguire scored at Anfield before £150 million Wirtz and £150 million Alexander Isak. How mad is that? How mad is that? How has Wirtz or Isak not scored?
And I saw, did you see that they were showing it on Sky Sports that Harry Maguire had the opportunity to do it again the year before and he skied it over.
Yeah.
And then he comes back the year later. That's back, when you think about, obviously, Liverpool, their home ground, and they're 2 close to £300 million signings for the two of them combined, haven't been able to get a goal or assist between them. And up rocks Harry Maguire and gets the winner.
Yeah. Lee_EFC once again taking to social media to dig out Liverpool. Bournemouth was 1, Newcastle was 2, Arsenal was 3, Burnley was 4, Everton was 5, Atletico Madrid was 6, Crystal Palace was 7, Galatasaray was 8, Chelsea was 9, and Manchester United makes it a big fat 0010, £150 million worth of 0010. And Lee EFC is calling Florian Wirtz the biggest flop in Premier League history.
This soon. I think that the banter is all brilliant, but I think that's way too soon, isn't it?
Jurgen Klopp was on Diary of a CEO yesterday, and he said anyone that's talking crap about Florian Wirtz don't know what they're talking about. This guy is an incredible player, and he's bound to come good.
Yeah, I mean, you look at a sliding door moment. Do you remember that back heel that he did in the Chelsea game for that assist? I mean, if that had gone in and he's got his assist, who knows? But it just showed the flash of brilliance he has got.
He does seem a little lightweight, though, doesn't he?
Yeah, but
is he up for the physical challenge of the Premier League?
When people say that, I always look at Spurs and say we had Defoe, Modric, Lennon.
The difference is with Defoe and Lennon, they got brought up in English football, so
true.
It's a different kettle of fish. Modric was Modric, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think like Modric was small. He was like a small guy, but he was actually strong.
I think this guy comes good, but the physicality, like we're looking at with Xavi Simons right now, is a key part of this game, isn't it? It is the most physical, so maybe it's a culture shock for him, but I'm sure he'll get there, unfortunately.
Yeah. Clinical colour. Jakob says, how the fuck do you stop this over 38 games? And with a picture of Florian Wirtz and Salah. And Clinical Kai quote retweeted it. Says play him.
Sometimes those 2-word ones with a retweet are the most effective.
100%. United Cobby says, this brother gave us 2 different memes. Florian Wirtz is now given the 007 and he's also given the Ben 10. Oh, this one's brilliant from Freddie Paxton. Not cutting my hair until Liverpool win 5 games in a row. That guy, though, that Man United fan that said, I'm not cutting my hair until Man United win 5 games in a row. 2 down now.
Yep.
3 to go.
Yeah, and we're one of them.
We're one of them. Are we the 5th? I think we might be the 5th. Arsenal the 5th.
No, you're the last.
Oh, yeah, we're the last. We're the 5th.
There you go. Well, let's hope it's broken before then.
Yeah. European lad said 150 million on Isaac, 130 million on Wirtz, 91 million on Ekitike, 46 million on Kirkes, 35 million on Frimpong, 30 million on Leone. How do you spend 485 million and get worse?
I don't know. I mean, I've been surprised with Kirkes. I thought Kirkes would offer a lot more than he did. He was brilliant for Bournemouth, but that is a proper war chest, isn't it, of talent. And they are worse at the moment.
How does that happen, though? How can you spend that much money and get worse?
Say that with us over years, but obviously not to that extent.
But they've actually brought like genuine world-class talent.
But again, it's like we were saying earlier, they brought in the talent, but can they get on cohesively as a team? individually, you'd say they're brilliant. If you took 2 of those out and said they only signed 4 or 3 of them, you'd probably say that would make Liverpool. But maybe it's too many brought in one window.
Troll Football says Isaac subbed off. Liverpool scores. Let's see who you really are. He takes off the mask. He says, I knew it. Darwin Núñez underneath. This next one from ESPN saying Mo Salah only has 1 successful dribble so far in this Premier League season.
That's ridiculous.
1. That's a 10% dribble success rate.
That is
10%. This is the decline of Mo Salah, man.
It's looking that which Liverpool must be kicking themselves.
I said there'll be a drop off in Mo Salah this year. It had to be he can't just keep getting older and keep getting better. There's something had to give at some stage.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's still early days, but at the moment, I mean, normally he's got a good few goals already, assists, man of the matches, player of the month. It's just not been his season, and long may that continue.
Well, that's that. That is how the internet did react. Apologies if you're a Liverpool fan tuning into this one today, but I'm sure even you can find the funny side of things. But yeah, let us know your thoughts in the comment section below, and we'll see you next time.